Now, we may be a little biased here at GPFans, but we're all very excited for the build-up to what is perhaps one of the biggest weekends on the Formula 1 calendar, the British Grand Prix. And there's plenty of news to get into, with a lot of people trying to have their say in the build-up to Silverstone this weekend. I'm Ollie Wilson for GPFans, and these are the news and headlines in the world of F1, with Bernie calling Lewis's back pain BS and F1 looking to be cleaner than clean by 2030. Bernie Ecclestone has accused Lewis Hamilton of making a meal out of the back pain that has appeared to plague the driver during the 2022 season so far, calling the 7-time world champion's health complaints bullshit. Ecclestone believes that if anyone was going to be affected by the issues of bouncing and back pain, it would be Hamilton's Mercedes teammate George Russell, comparing Lewis's complaints to Nigel Mansell's many moans and gripes about the aches and pains that he suffered from F1 racing back in the day. Speaking to the Mail on Sunday, the former F1 chief executive called Hamilton's problems all bullshit. George is taller, and if it was going to happen to anyone, it would have happened to him, before adding, he, Lewis, is a character, whether you like it or not. We need characters. If he wants something in his nose, that's fine by me. Whatever he wants. He wears all these bloody clothes. It's wonderful. Interesting that Ecclestone feels that Lewis's back pain is BS, when anybody in the paddock and up and down the Formula 1 grid knows that all of the drivers, not just Hamilton, are suffering from back issues due to porpoising this season so far. But Bernie will say what Bernie wants to say, and I guess it provides some colourful quotes at the end of the day. Elsewhere, Formula 1 has declared itself as racing towards its target of being carbon neutral by 2030. The initiative was created 3 years ago, and ahead of the British Grand Prix this weekend, Formula 1 continued to lay out its roadmap to achieving its lofty target, including the aim of using a 100% sustainable fuel in the sport by 2026. This development would only make a small dent in the carbon emissions of Formula 1, but could have a wider impact down the line in terms of road cars and its impact in global transportation. Away from the track, the sport has reduced the amount of freight it flies around the globe with remote broadcasting facilities and using 100% renewable energy sources at Formula 1's offices, aiming to produce a carbon-neutral broadcast of the Silverstone Grand Prix this weekend, as it did at the race last season. The sport is really trying to make a dent in its carbon footprint and global impact. Expect more discussion of this sort heading into the Silverstone weekend, and you can follow, of course, all of the build-up to that big race at gpfans.com.